you don't mind me asking, how much ang rent mo ng ganitong office?
Live na tayo. Mamaya na lang. That's funny. Okay, share ko lang ha. Share.
I have to hold on to this.
Yeah, you can. Share natin. Yes, tayo. Share na siya. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So good morning everyone. This is Annie Chua of Buhay, Canada. We are now live once again here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So I have a special guest today. He is a Canadian immigration consultant. He's currently working with Global Hire. So let me welcome Mr. Alex Lerona. Yay!
Hello everyone. Hello mga kaibigan, ako po si Alex Lerona. Isa po akong regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I am representing the company Global Hire Placement Services. And nandito po ako para makipagkwentuhan po sa inyong lahat.
Yes. So Mr. Lerona, would you like to tell us yung background mo sa Philippines? How did you start?
Yes, dumating ako ng Canada ng 2008. It was December ng 2008. Bago ko, prior to that, nagkatrabaho ako sa call center. Operations manager ako sa isang call center. And by accident, nakita ko yung ad sa Canada. So, nung time na yun, wala naman akong basically intention na mag-work or at least taking it seriously na mag-work abroad. And then I realized, why not? Let's try it. So, I replied to the ads. And then the next day, nagkaroon ako ng invite for an interview. And yeah, and then tuloy-tuloy na siya. So that happened in June ng 2008. The next thing you know, December 2008, nasa Canada na ako.
Wow, that was fast.
That was pretty fast.
December,
Yes.
September ba yun?
So June nag-start yung
June?
interview ko.
Wow, 6 months.
6 months.
6
Super
months.
fast.
Sorry. Ganun kabilis yung ano.
Yes, ganun kabilis yung processing na yun. And it happened so fast. Like I wasn't even ready. Yung family ko hindi pa nila alam until August. So it's been going on for 2 months yung interview. And nagka-job offer na ako. Kasi hindi pa ako naniniwala na matutuloy yun. Until lumabas na yung visa ko, and that would have been maybe August or September at that time. Saka ko na sinabi sa family ko na may offer ako, and this is the visa. And I was very fortunate na yung family ko na was very supportive.
So foreign worker yung application
Yes,
mo?
yung application ko na yun, it was a foreign worker. Nagtrabaho ako as a data entry clerk sa isang kumpanya. Ang tawag sa company na yun was Alberta Permit Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, so dumating ako dito noon. Ang trabaho ko noon, hindi ko alam kung ano ba it's, sabi lang nila, it's about construction, it's about permit. Pagpunta ko doon,
Ang daming message.
pagpunta ko doon, I did not realize na kailangan ko magbasa ng blueprints. And I have no experience sa pagbabasa ng blueprints.
Okay.
So, you know the old saying, fake it till you make it? Yun ang ginawa ko noon. So, tinanong nila ako, do you know how to read blueprints? Sabi ko, no. Actually, sabi ko, yes.
Ano yung gagawa ng draft? Or?
No, people will go to you pag mag-construct sila ng mga buildings or houses or mga renovations nila. And then, ang trabaho mo doon is tingnan kung tama yung mga drawings nila, kung tama pa yung mga height, mga sizes, which I have no idea about. So, nung tinanong nila ako, marunong ako, sabi ko lang yes, but in my mind, I'm like, no. So, ang ginagawa ko noon, nagpursige lang ako na nag-overtime ako every hour, every after hour, and then pinag-aaralan ko lang siya on my own. So, and then eventually natutunan ko siya.
Wow.
Yeah, so after noon, nag-work ako doon 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, something happened to the company, and so I had to find a different job. Now, I also have to mention pala, Miss Anne, na ang nagdala sa akin sa Canada noong 2008 is the same company na nire-represent ko ngayon, which is Global Hire Placement Services.
Okay.
So, as a foreign worker, sila yung nag-aayos ng papers ko. And then, pagdating ko dito, nung nangyari yung sa kumpanya na yun, hindi ko, so kailangan ko ng bagong trabaho. Of course, as a foreign worker, kung wala kang permit, uuwi ka. So, what happened then was, kinontak ko uli yung Global Hire. Hindi naman sila nawala sa connection sa akin nung pagdating ko dito. They always keep in touch with me nung time na yun. So, sinabi ko what happened to the company. And, yeah, after that, sabi nila, you know what, come to me, sabi ng boss ko noon, and then, let's see what we can do. And then, I was fortunate na inofferan ako ng trabaho sa Global Hire. And then, when they did my work permit as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, nandito ka na noon. Sila nag-process ng paper mo to change your employer.
Yes. At that time, ang trabaho ko lang sa kanila basically is admin. Like, ang unang-unang trabaho ko sa kanila, seriously, was taga-bili ng lunch. And that time was because sabi nila nung time na they don't know exactly.
Taga-bili ng
Yeah, I went to the
So
point na papasok ako, and since wala akong specific job title, so if they want magpabili ng lunch or bumili ng supplies, so that's what I do, parang runner ako noon. And that happened only for a few months. And then eventually,
Marami tayong message. Okay.
yeah, then eventually nag-move up ako to admin, and then I studied immigration, and then I got my own license.
Oh, wow. How did you start na that Canadian immigration licensing? How long will did it take you to do that course?
For the course, it's 6 months to do that.
6 months
Yes. So, July, August, September, October, November, December, and then January. So, that's when so you graduate January, and then after your class, then you take the exam.
Okay.
Yeah. It's always been, since na-involve ako sa Global Hire, it's always been, it became a passion for me sa pagdating sa immigration, especially helping people, especially seeing family coming together, yung family reunification. It's very fulfilling. So, and that's something na medyo naging inspiration sa akin to get into this industry even more, na magkaroon ng sariling mag-take ng course, and magkaroon ng sariling license, and obviously magkaroon ng more opportunity to help.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, there you go. So, 6 months lang pala. But then, of course, you have to really study hard.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, kasi ipapasa mo yung
Yes, and keep in mind na in that short period of time, pinag-uusapan everything about Canada. And it's not just about processing ng application. You're talking about simula nag-umpisa ang Canada, pag-aaralan niyo yun. History ng Canada, history ng refugee, history ng temporary immigrants, residents, and then immigration. So, and all those in a very short period of time.
Okay.
So, but when pero if you actually have the passion to do so, or to do anything basically, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I always believe na if you put your heart and your mind into something, you would be surprised what you can accomplish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, batiin lang natin ating mga viewers. Ate Rose Van, Nicolas, Peter Codisal, Liz, and we have 7 viewers right now at dumadami pa siya.
Hello.
So, hello sa inyo guys. We have here Canadian Immigration Consultant. If you have any questions,
Yes.
please put your comment below, and then we will try to, Mr. Lerona will try to answer your questions. So, mapunta tayo dun sa pag-process na.
Okay.
Pag-process na example, let's start with TFW. Okay. So, during that time, 2000, ano matanda na ako 19 no? So, 2000 and, when was that, 8?
8, yes.
8, yung nagkaroon ng pauwi.
Oh,
Pinauwi.
no. That was 2015.
Oh, 15. Okay. 2015, nagkaroon kasi ho ng federal decision that they are going to send out yung mga temporary foreign workers.
Yes.
So, did you receive any feedback on that, impact on the foreign workers. So, what did Global Hire do with regards to yung mga foreign workers na hinahire ninyo na biglang nag-stop?
Yes.
Yeah,
So, this is what they call yung 4-year cap na ginawa nila. So, ibig sabihin nun, para sa mga hindi familiar doon sa nangyari, sa lahat ng mga foreign worker na nagkatrabaho na sa Canada o nag-temporary permit, kung 4 years ka na nung time na yon at wala ka pang either nakaprocess na permanent residence or hindi ka pa permanent resident, then pinapauwi nila. However, merong connotation doon sa nangyari ngayon. It's not about, a lot of people sabi nila, ayaw na ng Canada ng immigration. Kaya sila pinapauwi. That's not true. And that was never the case. Ang nangyari nung time na yon was, unfortunately, maraming mga Canadian employers na somehow nag-take advantage sa vulnerability ng mga foreign workers. So, karamihan sa kanila, hindi sinuportahan yung permanent residence ng mga worker. Karamihan sa kanila, 10 years na dito, 8 years na dito, low skill pa din sila. And that was kind of like the strategy ng nangyari sa ibang, I'm not since ko sabi na lahat ng Canadian employers, but some of Canadian employers, what they did, kinip nila ng low skill para hindi ma-PR. Kasi sometimes, pag PR na sila, aalis sila. So, ginawa nilang strategy yun to keep them. For some. So, binigyan sinabihan sila na, okay, you have to either support the permanent residency or uuwi sila. And unfortunately, yun yung nangyari sa iba. So now,
basically, basically, yung employer ang mag-decide tungkol dyan sa
depende sa program.
Okay.
No, it wasn't the employer na mag-decide. To apply for PR or permanent residency, depende kung anong program ka qualify. So kung halimbawa for provincial nominee program, you need the employer to nominate you. Hindi ka makakapag-apply on your own without a say-so ng employer mo. Pero kung mag-apply ka ng Canadian Experience Plus, you can do it yourself on your own, I guess, nang walang employer kasi meron ka ng 1-year experience in Canada. So, it varies. So, yung nangyari doon sa situation na yun, what we did, of course, is we help as many foreign workers as we can. We help as much as we can sa lahat ng mga pumunta sa amin. So, ginawa namin, nagpa-info session kami, naghanap kami ng mga workers na medyo nasa jeopardy yung status nila. So, ginawa namin, tinulungan namin sila. We refer them because we have a lot of companies na sinaservice namin as far as immigration and recruitment. So, nirefer namin yung mga workers na pumunta sa amin as much as we can. And then, majority of them, or most of them actually, we were able to switch to a company na nagkaroon ng bagong LMIA or na nakapag-apply sila ng permanent residence nila before pa sila ma-hit yung 4 years nila.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of LMIA, so hanggang ngayon, ano pa rin yan, regulated pa rin, di ba?
Absolutely, yes.
So, how long it takes to process LMIA?
Depende sa, may tinatawag kasi na regular LMIA and PR LMIA. So, not a lot of people know about this. So, kung high-skilled ka, supervisor, manager, baker, carpenter, drywaller, and all that. So, we always recommend na mag-apply ng PR LMIA. A PR LMIA basically, it's mas mabilis ang processing niya. It's just 2-3 months process. And at the same time, supported ang permanent residence mo doon. Ngayon, kung regular LMIA ka, it takes longer. It takes at least 5 to 7 months process.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yung regular LMIA falls under the skilled workers?
Low skilled or high skilled.
Low skilled workers.
Some people, like, the majority ngayon ng mga clients namin, I don't know with other offices, but majority of our companies right now, PR LMIA yung ginagawa namin, pag-skilled. May mga companies na they can't apply under that program or system. It's because wala pa silang 1 year in business. So, hindi sila pwede mag-apply doon. So, they have to settle with regular LMIA. It will take longer, pero depende kung qualified naman talaga yung employer. Then ma-approve naman sila. It's always important na i-qualify natin yung mga employers kung talagang qualified sila. Sa Global Hire, hindi kami basta-basta magsasabit ng LMIA if we know na malaki yung chance mo of refusal. So we check ang revenue, we check ang number of employees, we check yung job description ang hinihingi nila, kung tama ba sa business nila yun.
Mhm.
So, we have to always qualify. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
okay.
yeah.
There you go. Ngayon, so now you know about how LMI, how long it takes for LMI to process. Now, once you get approved, right,
Mhm.
sa LMIA, especially those from overseas,
Okay.
okay, how long it takes for them to get the work permit? Di ba sasabit nila yung LMIA
Yes.
na
Mhm.
sa nearest consulate office?
Mhm.
Right? So how long it takes for them to get the work permit, yung visa stamp na ng
Right.
passport?
So, it varies depende kung nasaan sila.
Mhm.
So, every countries have different processing time. Let's start with Pinas. Sa Pinas ngayon, it's taking 2 to 3 months to process.
Okay.
The only thing about sa Pinas ngayon, meron tayong tinatawag na polo process.
Ano yung
So, kahit
Mhm.
this Philippine Overseas Labor Office
Mhm.
verification. So, ang ibig sabihin nun, kung approve ka na sa LMIA mo, approve ka na sa visa mo, like meron ka ng stamp na pwede ka na pumunta ng Canada, unfortunately, sa Pinas, hindi ka pa makakalabas.
Mhm.
You have to go through the verification process. So, meron na naman mga documents na ipapadala natin sa Vancouver, sa Philippine Consulate General, at saka sa Philippine Overseas Labor Office sa Vancouver.
Oh, so Vancouver, hindi Philippines.
No.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So, ipaprocess.
Even though nasa Pinas sila,
Mhm.
sa Vancouver pa rin isasabit.
Yes.
Okay, now you know, Vancouver. Uh-huh.
So, Vancouver or Toronto, depende kung nasaan
Kung saan
sila.
sila.
Kung
Okay.
saan ang consulate area nila.
Mhm.
So, kung Alberta, obviously, Vancouver ang consulate natin. So, doon ipapadala. And then, ang consulate office natin, I guess, i-re-evaluate nila yung documents. The contract, job offer, and qualifications ng company, and profile, and all that. In a way, it's good because they want to make sure na protected tayong mga Pilipino na pupunta dito sa Canada. However, in the eyes ng mga Canadian employers, it's a little too much.
Mhm.
So that's something na at the end of the day, we need to follow, especially kung nasa Philippines sila,
Mhm.
kasi nasa jurisdiction sila ng bansa. So wala kaming choice kundi gawin yung process na yun. And that process will take about, kung high skilled, will take about 2 months to 3 months max.
Okay.
Kung low skilled, can take about 4 to maybe 5 months.
5 months.
Depende kung may mga documents. I've seen mga 2 months lang na release na siya kung wala silang problema sa mga documents.
So is this regardless of whether you are skilled or
Yeah.
highly skilled or
Yes,
low skilled?
regardless, yes. So
Mhm.
you have to go through that process.
Okay.
I also have to mention, kung low skilled pala,
Mhm.
kailangan mo ng agency sa Pinas, ng recruitment agency sa Pinas that will prepare the
Wow.
package for you. And then ipapadala nila yon sa agency mo sa Canada. You have to have a recruitment agency sa Canada at recruitment agency sa Pinas.
Okay. They need agency in the Philippines, at the same time they need agency
Yes.
in Canada.
Yes.
Isn't that double ba ang babayaran nila diyan?
Unfortunately. You have to pay something din sa agency, diba? Sa Pinas.
Yeah.
Yes. And not to mention, meron silang mga babayaran ng mga clearance pa din after that. So, maraming red flags. Maraming red lines na kailangan nila pagdaanan.
Yes, so
Yeah.
dalawa pala daw. So kung wala na yung dati na direct hire ka.
Yes.
Yeah, so wala na. Dadaan pa rin ng...
Dadaan pa rin sila. So, ang high skill, hindi mo na kailangan ng agency sa Pinas. You only need agency sa Canada
Mhm.
that will process your polo.
High skilled, which is...
Mga supervisors, managers,
Okay.
baker, yung mga ganong position. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Pagka low
So,
skilled,
kawawa naman ang low skill.
And it takes longer.
Wow.
So,
Um,
but at the end of the day, you know what? Mahirap man siya. Always think long term. Matatapos din yung process na yon, and
mhm.
pagka natapos yun, it's gonna be a different life para sa inyo, a better life actually. So, huwag tayo mawala ng pag-asa doon. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi sila ina-approve. They just have to go through the process. But trust me, pag natapos yung process nyo na yun, giginhawa yung pakiramdam nyo, and you'll see, makikita nyo yung future nyo sa Canada will be so much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yan yung sa OFW, right? How about yung mga caregivers?
Mm.
Are they in the same process? Kasi there's a new regulation
Yes.
now with caregivers.
Mhm. Sa new pathway ng caregivers ngayon, hindi na naka-identify na kailangan nila ng LMIA.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
there's no LMIA. Ang kailangan na nila is job offer from a Canadian employer, and ipaprocess nila yung documents na yun. We're talking from someone outside. We're talking from someone outside na pupunta pala ng Canada. So, ang gagawin doon is job offer, ipaprocess yung application ng work permit nila or work visa kasama yung buong pamilya kung married man sila. So, and kasama na rin yung permanent residence application nila at the same
Are
time.
they automatically permanent resident
No.
or they still need to go through
They still have to
complete?
to work in Canada for 24 months. Kailangan nila ma-complete yun bago sila maging permanent resident.
Wow.
Maraming pros and cons. Pero the good thing about that is obviously, alam naman natin na kapag may pamilya ka, may anak ka, pumunta ka ng Canada, mamimiss mo talaga sila. Right? Maraming nakaka-relate doon. But the good thing about this pathway is kapag ka nag-apply sila ng work permit at pumunta sila ng Canada, kasama na nila yung asawa nila. Asawa nila merong open permit. Yung anak nila, kung under 16 years old, meron silang visitor but they're able to study. Kung over 16 years old, meron silang study permit.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really good para sa pupunta dito because buong pamilya kayo pupunta. But at the same time, you have to qualify ng 24 months experience bago ka makapag-apply.
24 months experience na as a nanny.
As an nanny, yes, kailangan after 24 months mo, you have to show the government proof ng pay stubs mo, ng letter from the employer na nagtrabaho ka for 24 months. And if you meet that, sa kanila i-issue yung permanent residence ng buong family.
Now, okay, so nanny, dadali ng family, right? So you have to have a lot of money to do that,
Yes.
right?
See,
Kasi
that's a thing.
it's some similar to being a permanent resident, like mag-immigrate ka rito.
You have to be
So
rich.
certain bracket na imimit mo.
Yes.
What are those bracket?
So depende sa number ng family members, I guess. So kung single ka is approximately 12,000 and something.
Dollars?
So, yeah, $12,000 kailangan. We're talking about someone na mag-immigrate sa Canada. So $12,000 na kailangan mong ipakita sa kanila that you have money in the bank. And of course, the more the family members, the higher. So that's where it starts.
Wow.
Sa mga pupunta dito na katulad ng nanny, for example, na buong family kasama, it's not gonna be easy. Of course, especially na hindi pa kayo established. You know, so sometimes pag-iisipan yung maigi yan. Isama na ba kita? Or maiwan muna kayo ng mga bata?
Yeah.
So always, ang lagi ko sasabi sa mga clients ko, until you're ready, do it. Pero kung gusto mo lang sila dalhin dito just because na-excite ka, you have to again think long term. Kaya nyo ba na the next 6 months na hindi pa kayo established dito?
Yeah.
So marami kailangang i-consider na factor doon.
Yes. Especially those with the live-in caregiver contract,
Yeah.
right? Kasi may live-out na,
Yes.
right? So kung live-in ka, you have to live with your employer,
Yes.
right? Isasama mo pa ang family mo. So what is your arrangement with your employer, right?
Yes.
Kasi siyempre, you have to live with them and your family
Yes.
too. So paano yung adjustment ng mga bata, ng asawa,
Yes.
right? And yung live-out naman, medyo okay, but then you have to rent your own apartment. Right? And
Dito, ang rent ng apartment, average, would you say,
700 and above. So, yeah, depende sa location.
Depende yan.
Yeah. So, wow, maganda nga yung yung caregiver pathway ngayon.
Yes.
But then there's a catch.
Yeah, yung processing time ang medyo ang hindi gusto ng mga Canadian employers natin na maghihintay sila ng 1 year. And mind, hindi ko kaumpisa pa lang nito. I think, was it June? I think it was nung inopen nila itong pathway na to.
Yeah, this year.
So, hindi pa natin nakikita. Wala pa, kahit kami, hindi pa kami nakakita ng approval.
Yeah, it's not proven.
May nakaprocess and everything, but we don't really know what's gonna happen. So, yun yung fear din ng mga employers ngayon na, okay, so 1 year ako maghihintay, not knowing kung ano mangyayari in the end. So, yun lang yung isa yun sa mga cons ng bagong pathway na to. But, what I like about sa pathway na to, obviously, is yung family will be together, and pagdating dito, yung asawa may open permit na makakatulong financially. So, it's may mga pros and cons din.
And one thing that I heard about this new program, when you're applying, you should pass the IELTS or any language
Yes.
requirement,
Yes.
right? So, ano yung level na pwede nilang ipasa?
So, for nanny, CLB 5 ang kailangan yung makuha. So, and then for education, meron kayo dapat at least 1 year.
1 year.
Canadian equivalent. So, bago, it's good, thank you na na-mention yung requirements. So, it's not just about, kailangan mo mapatunayan na may experience ka sa nanny or caregiver. So, paano mapatunayan yung employment letters, and certificates. English, you need to take IELTS, and magkaroon ka dapat ng CLB 5 level. And education mo, you need to get your education assessed well, we usually use Western Educational Services. So, kailangan meron at least 1 year Canadian equivalent education. So, to get your 1 year, it should be at least maybe high school graduate or meron kang at least 2 years college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kasi before, remember, I used to be a nanny.
Yeah.
Walang mga ganyan, right? That was a long time ago. You only required to get 72 units of your education.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is equivalent here, high school graduate. Yeah,
Yes.
kasi may grade 12, grade 8 and grade
Yes.
12. So, yeah, so ngayon bago na, meron ng language
Yes.
na ipapasa nyo, CLB 5 or IELTS and
Yes.
WES, ang dami.
Dami.
Marami ng requirements. So, even though masasama, yung husband din ba ganun din? Kailangan din ipasa yung ganun?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Wala sa requirements na nakalagay pati yung spouse, kailangan mag-undergo ng mga process na yun.
Okay, so,
Because
ang
they're applied for
spouse,
open.
yeah, ang spouse kasi, they have to have a work permit.
Yeah, open
Does
work
it mean
permit.
open work permit? So, meaning they can find any job,
Yeah,
right?
they can work anywhere. Kahit
can work
isa,
anywhere.
dalawang trabaho pwede nila gawin.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good. So, yeah, kung the only catch is yung kailangan mo ng money to get here. And you have to save a lot of money for you to survive in the next 6 months,
Yes.
right? Kasi andyan yung adjustment period eh.
Ayun
Especially
yung
the
pinakamahirap,
kids.
yung adjustment
Yeah.
period. I mean, lahat tayo, nung nag-start tayo, we have to adjust, not just financially, cultural, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
But yeah, pagdadaanan natin yun. But at the end of the day, matatapos yun. I'm always a strong believer na lahat ng bagay hindi permanent. Like, whatever is happening sa'yo ngayon, it will get better.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And that's what I always believe. So,
encouragement.
mahirapan man kayo sa mga processing and everything, just believe in it and focus on it and commit. And then, matatapos din yun. And then, pag natapos lahat yun, giginhawa tayo. So,
Yes, exactly. Yeah, kasi naman, we all have our own ways kung paano tayo makasurvive. We are
Yes.
very resilient and industrious, and we have a very good work ethic. So, there's no doubt na tayo mga Pilipino ay makakasurvive dito sa
Absolutely,
Canada. And
yes.
there's so many of us here now. Like, currently, we do have 700,000 Filipinos in Canada.
oh my goodness, yes.
That's a lot. And
Mhm.
only in Alberta, we have, they said 178, or 170, something like that, thousand. Can you imagine that? So, hindi na kayo malulungkot kasi we have a lot of Filipinos. Unlike nung pumunta ako rito, wala akong makita. During those time, wala akong makita. But now, it's everywhere.
And yeah, what's good thing about sa community natin is all you have to do is to reach out and willing ang mga community natin na tumulong.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Okay. So, ano pa ba ang ma-share natin sa ating mga viewers ngayon tungkol sa immigration? So, Global Hire, where can they contact you?
Yes, Global Hire. So Global Hire is an immigration consulting firm and recruitment agency kami. So located kami sa Edmonton, Alberta. Meron kaming office sa Calgary, Alberta. Meron din kami sa Vancouver. So yeah, ang focus namin is mga Canadian employers na binibigyan namin sila ng mga reliable workers, and at the same time, yung mga workers tinutulungan namin ma-connect sa mga Canadian companies. Yeah, so that's what we do.
What kind of work do they hire right now, especially in Alberta?
Yeah, so ang primary industry talaga na in demand, at least sa clientele namin sa Global Hire, number 1 talaga on top is food service.
Okay.
So food service, food supervisors, food manager, bakers, chef, cooks, food servers. So yan yung mga talagang in demand sa mga clientele namin. Secondary, syempre retail, yung mga cashier experience, gas stations, convenience stores, and then third dyan yung warehouse.
Okay.
So, warehouse, constructions, yung mga ganyan. And then last yung hospitality. It used to be malakas ang hotel industry before, pero ngayon, as I'm just talking about sa company namin, at sa clientele namin, medyo mababa ang hospitality request namin. So those are basically the 4 industries na kinikater namin.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So there you go. Yun ang mga information.
Yeah.
There are other companies now na nag-hire or continuous yung yung
Yeah, continuous din. Marami kaming mga companies, yeah, marami kaming
you just
companies.
have to contact Global Hire.
Yes, contact me if you
Sila
want to
na
know
po
more
ang magsasabi
information.
sa inyo kung kayo ay
Yes.
qualified on a certain job and
Yes.
dun sa company. Kasi sila, ang employer, at the end of the day, sila ang mag-decide. Right?
And you may just visit our website sa www.globalhire.ca. If you want to contact me, ang phone number ko is 587-400-6719. And an email ko, if you want to email your resumes, go ahead. You know, you never really know. You know, I will tell you kung matutulungan ko kayo. So just email me, alex@globalhire.ca.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Mr.
You're welcome.
Lerona, sa pag-share mo ng magandang information sa ating mga kababayan, especially those ones in the Philippines.
Yeah, hopefully nakatulong ako sa mga kailangan nila malaman.
Yes, marami silang questions for sure. If not now, later on, they are going to ask a lot of questions. Kasi in the Philippines, a lot of Filipinos wanting to improve their lives and come to Canada. It's the best, I can tell you, it's the best place to go.
Absolutely.
Yes,
100%.
alam mo, nandito kami. Masaya rito sa Canada. So, bumababa na yung ating mga viewers. Medyo may pa-contest kasi kami. Right? May pa-contest kami sa inyo. But then, I don't know if all of you were listening at the beginning, kasi may question kami sa inyo. So, if anyone can answer this, if you're listening with what Mr. Lerona was saying, how long is the process of LMIA lately? Okay, madali lang manasagot. Kung nakikinig kayo kanina, then yeah, you can answer that one and you get a $5 gift card. Okay, Mr. Lerona has given us a gift card here. Okay, gift card Safeway gasoline. Yeah, so inahati po natin to so that everybody can benefit from it. So answer that one, put your comment there, and we will give you the $5. Another question is, ikaw na mag-question, yung nasabi mo kanina.
Anong pangalan ng company ko?
That's so easy. Okay. Pangalan ng company, kailangan kompleto. Okay? Complete yan. So, contact me and we will give you the prize. So, $5 gift card yan from Mr. Lerona. Okay?
Alright.
Ano pa ba ang may question pa ba tayo? Hello, sorry. So, hello nga pala sa mga nanonood ngayon. OJ Ara Minawal, Ruth St. Martin, Patrick Corpus, Bin Amir. Hello, Bin. Follower talaga. Hello, magandang umaga sa'yo. Ate Maribeth. Oh, Mare! How are you? How are you there? So, yeah, i-share nyo lang po ito sa inyong mga friends, mga kababayan natin sa Philippines or anywhere abroad para po magkaroon sila ng idea on how to come to Canada. Yes, and then contact Mr. Lerona of Global Hire. Nasabi na po niya, we will also put it there kung saan po makakontakt siya. Okay, so that's it. This Buhay Canada is always on the go, always meron pong presentation para sa inyo. Whatever you want to suggest, please do send me a message. May question kayo, send me a message para po ma-present po natin para po sa inyo. Okay, so
thank you so much for having me, Miss Anne. And thank you po sa lahat ng mga nag-views. May question po kayo, just go ahead and reach out.
Yes, and thank you so much. This is Annie Chua signing off on Buhay Canada. Bye for now. Ooh.